Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Xavier Admissions Lagniappe 2020 Athletic Panel. My name is Quendarius Roberts. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at Xavier. I also serve as the athletic liaison in the office as well. Here we have a panel here. The first person I'm going to introduce is our Assistant Vice President / Director of Athletics and Recreation, Mr. Jason Horn. If you want to go ahead and kind of introduce yourself and talk about the athletic program.
Thanks for having us here today. This is my 6th year at Xavier. We've grown our athletic department from 10 years ago from 60 athletes to well over 200 athletes. We have sports that range from men's and women's basketball, men's and women's tennis, co-ed cheer, men's and women's track and field, men's and women's cross country, what am I forgetting, and volleyball, and women's volleyball. We've also added a pep band. We have a dance team. We have cheerleaders. We have a palm line. And we're just continuing to grow our student athlete population. My motto has been, since the day I first got here, was that 3 things. We want to win, we want to grow, and we want to graduate. So we want student athletes to come in, and we want them to win from day one. We want them to grow as they mature into adults, and we want them to graduate from this great institution.
Okay. Well, thank you for that, Mr. Horn. Now we're going to introduce some of our current student athletes here as well. I'm going to start to my left and let you guys introduce yourself and what sports that you play.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Ed Carter. I'm a redshirt junior here, mass communications major, and I'm a part of the men's basketball team.
Hey everyone, I'm William Lloyd. I am a graduating senior. I'm a part of the men's basketball team, and I'm a business management major.
Hi everyone, my name is Kyla Duncan. I'm a sophomore accounting major, and I'm on the women's basketball team.
Hi, my name is Justice Riggs. I am a senior here. I'm an accounting major, and I'm a part of the women's track and field team.
Good evening, good afternoon actually. My name is Cameron Dumas. I am also a part of the men's basketball team. I'm a computer science major.
Hi everybody, my name is Denaya Horn. I am a freshman bio-pre-med major, and I'm on the women's track and field team.
Good afternoon, my name is Terrence Jones, and I'm a freshman, and I'm a decided major, and I'm a part of the men's basketball team.
All right, well, thank you guys all for coming and sitting on our panel. I'm just going to ask a couple questions that most of the freshmen want to know before they make their decisions and everything like that, so feel free, everyone, just kind of chime in. So the first question goes out to everyone. What made you guys choose Xavier?
Well, my decision to come in here was pretty much being comfortable with, Mr. Horn. He kind of made me feel like family as soon as I got in contact with him. They told me it's a standard here, and I wanted to live up to that standard. And I thought this would be the best place for me, especially being away from home and this beautiful city of New Orleans.
Okay, great.
He spoke about comfortability and being from Louisiana, being a native. Xavier is one of the top HBCUs in the country, and I've always wanted to be a part of this institution and everything that they're able to give. And really talking to the coaches, Coach AJ and Coach Mitchell and Mr. Horn here, it was really just the best decision that came out.
I guess I'll piggyback on that. I'm from Florida, so my decision was definitely distance, and I also did want to go to an HBCU. So when I came here to get recruited, I spoke with the track and field coach, and I spoke with some of the professors there, and I felt comfortable. I felt like it would be more so of a home, so it definitely helped with my decision.
Being comfortable also helped my decision. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, which is very far away. So the coaches, they took me in like I was one of their own, and being a bio-pre-med major, knowing that Xavier graduates the most black doctors really had a big influence on my decision.
Cool. Anyone else? Everybody good? All right. So the next question, do you feel that you have enough time to be successfully as a student and successfully as an athlete?
For sure. You just have to know what to do, when to do it, and when it's right. So like college and life is all about balance. Once you establish what needs to come first and what you need to do then, I feel like you'll have a good foot ahead of you, especially with practice. You just have to know, I got practice at 6 a.m. or I got weights at 3 o'clock, so being at that class and doing my homework at this time is extremely important.
And with that, I feel like it's most important to create relationships with your professors because they'll be more than gracious with you if you are talking to them beforehand and letting them know you have practice or sporting events, and they'll be more likely to give you more time with your work and with your assignments.
I think it has to do a lot with self-discipline. Like, you literally have to know what you signed up for from jump. Also, with speaking about professors and classes, you have to make those connections really, really early on. It's a lot of traveling when it comes to sports. It's a lot of homework when it comes to Xavier. So you have to be self-disciplined to know when the time is right to do this, to do that. And I mean, you're in college, so of course you want to have fun, you want to go out and party, but you just have to know when it's the right time.
Let me add another thing to that. So one of the things since I've been here, and my background in athletics has been at the NCAA Division I level. And so we do a lot of things here that I've picked up throughout my career. And one of the things that we partnered with our Student Academic Success Office is that we're, as a matter of fact, we're in the midst of a search of someone who their responsibilities will be transfer students and student athletes. So that helps make our student athletes successful. They're going to work with them on making sure that they're scheduling properly for, if you know that you're going to be in season and you're going to miss 7 Mondays, then it's probably not the best idea to have a tough class on a Monday. And so we're always evolving in what we're doing to make sure that our student athletes can be successful here.
Yep, all great points. So I'll go off another question. So this is for anybody who's interested in being an athlete. They're coming in, they're thinking, what's one piece of advice that you would give to somebody who's going to be a freshman next year and being a student athlete? What's one piece of advice you guys would give them?
Start with the freshmen. Start with the freshmen.
Oh, start with the freshmen? Okay, cool.
One thing I would say is use the resources that they give us. Because whenever I first came, it was hard. Like we talked about the balance. It was hard for me to balance my first few months, actually. But until I started really using the Mad Lab and all the other resources that they have, and so I would definitely say don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't try to do it on your own. Figure it out by yourself.
Yeah, for sure, that ask for help, and you gotta stay focused. You have to stay focused. It's easy anywhere to get off track and to just go off and do things, but just stay focused and know what you came there for.
I would say making connections. The hardest thing is really coming into a new environment, being open, trying to meet new people, but that would be the biggest crush that you have at this school is the various amount of connections that you can make, and you don't know where they'll lead to. You don't know what doors they'll open, so connections.
I would say develop some study skills because if you don't have any study skills, it will be very difficult for you to succeed. So I would say take some time out and figure out which ways you learn best and just focus and practice on those things.
My tip would be to plan ahead. If you know you have things coming up, don't be scared to do your homework early or knock things out ahead of time, because that'll free up your time for sporting events, games, and make your life much easier on campus.
Just like they said, piggybacking on what they said, building relationships and not being ashamed of asking for help, because you never be surprised that the person you think that's the smartest in the class might be in the same tutoring session as you are. So everyone is here to help you. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. And building relationships can take you a long way, because someone can help you in different parts, or you may have a sporting event that you have to go to and someone might look after for you, or even your professor. Like we said, communication is very key. So therefore, you know, that those are just different ways to adjust to the college life.
As a senior, I always tell like the people coming in that you need to really talk to your teammates, because majority of us, we're all in the same major. So if you're struggling with a class, you can call on one of your teammates and ask them for help. And a lot of those new student athletes that come in as freshmen, they struggle with trying to connect or trying to ask for help, and they'll wait till it's too late and they're probably failing a class. So I would say ask for help early on, because the majority of us are taking the same classes.
Okay. Yeah, all great advice. Definitely, I was a student athlete. I may not look like it. I was a little short, but I was a student athlete as well. But all right, so this one kind of goes into that question a little bit more. What was the hardest thing? What's the hardest thing for you guys as being a student athlete, like to be able to learn from? Like, what's the hardest thing?
The hardest thing for me was, like back when we said, was balancing. So starting off college, I was in Detroit, which is where I'm from. So it was hard for me to try to be a student, be an athlete, and be at home, because, you know, I was just so comfortable being at home. Like I was kind of feel like it was high school. But, you know, had a wake-up call, had to just figure out how to balance my time. Even when you feel like you don't have anything to do, there's always something for you to do. You can study, you can go to the library, you can, like Will said, do work ahead of time. So it was just trying to find that balance of being an athlete, a student, and, you know, being yourself at the same time.
I agree. As a senior, when I came in my freshman year, my main thing is it's not high school. Like, you're leaving high school, it's a different aspect. You're away from home. Majority of people will come out of state. So everything is different. The professors expect a lot from you. You're on an athletic team. They really expect everything out of you. They expect you not to miss practice. Your professor expects you not to miss class. So I would say really you need to know what you sign up for. Know how to balance yourself, because the majority of us, we probably had a wake-up call. I had a wake-up call my freshman year. I had a C in one of my classes. So it was definitely a wake-up call. Just learn how to balance and know what's right for you.
For me, the advice that we give to ask for help, that was my hardest thing coming in, was asking for help, because high school, I just didn't need, I felt like I didn't need the help. I just did everything on my own. But like when I got here, being a bio-pre-med major, you need to ask for help and you need to know those certain things. So that was my hardest thing.
All right, so this is our last question. So it's kind of going off, that was the hardest thing. So what is the best thing about being a student athlete here at Xavier?
Oh, the accomplishments. When you put in so much work and you, I guess, balance yourself and you know what you really signed up for, and you're grinding through the season, you're grinding through practices, classes, and you see the accomplishments of a good GPA, you see the accomplishments of going to nationals, qualifying. I think that is probably my biggest high of being a student athlete, is everything that you get out of working hard.
And it doesn't hurt that your nationals is on the beach, right?
It doesn't hurt at all.
Well, like she said, just the accomplishments, and being a student athlete allows us to grow as people as well, because let's face it, we're not regular students. We have multiple tasks that we have to do every single day. So us having that chip on our shoulder, it allows us to when we're in different situations in life, to look ahead and see things through. So I feel like just being a student athlete every day, that allows us to mature as adults faster.
I would have to say the camaraderie that the athletic department has, from past to present to possibly future athletes. You meet a whole bunch of different people, and just the love that comes back, like our homecoming game. I've never experienced anything like that. It's just one of a kind of experience, and it's just one of a kind. Like you don't really get that experience too many places.
Okay. Cool. Well, those are all great answers. So we have some questions from some of our prospective students online that want to ask you guys, probably mainly from Mr. Horn here. What does the walk-on process look like?
So a walk-on process for us. So we have, every sport has a walk-on tryout. The schedule will be posted on our website at XULA. xulagold.com, and if you look at the top on the Recruits tab, there is a selection there for tryouts. You can also fill out the questionnaire on our website under the Recruits tab, and that information goes directly to our coaching staff. You can attach videos, you can put in a narrative if you want. That's the best way to reach out to our coaches.
Okay. What is the process of getting an athletic scholarship?
Well, I work in consultation with our coaches as they review potential student athletes, and we talk about it from that standpoint. So we have a budget that we do have to work within, and we have to meet and fall under the standard of the NAI. But one of the great things about this place, is a lot of places that I've been, is that if you come in with great grades and great test scores, you can qualify for some academic resources as well as athletic resources. So, you know, if you're a top athlete, if you're an average athlete, the scholarships kind of vary based on the needs of each program.
Okay, cool. Do student athletes live together?
Some do. You know, when I first got here, I think a lot of the coaches kind of mandated it, and I've kind of killed that. But it still seems that a lot of student athletes gravitate. And the reason why I kind of said I don't want to mandate that is because it's like what people said. It's about networking. So one of the things that I know, I mean, I went to a big state school in the Midwest, and some of my best friends today are people that I lived with in college, that I met in college, and it wasn't that we were the same major or what have you. It's a big social structure, and it helps you kind of maintain the balance in life as you kind of move through.
Okay. So if a student is interested in trying out, how do they submit videos and getting a tryout? Through
our website. When you go to the questionnaire, there's an opportunity for you to attach links, to attach videos, to attach files, and like I said, when you hit submit, it emails it directly to our coaches.
Okay. And the last question that we have online is someone asked, how do they contact the cheer coach? Is it online as well?
Same thing. Coach Glenn, he is, and he's in all of our coaches, their numbers and their picture and their bio, their email address, it's all on our website, on our staff directory. But if you fill out the questionnaire, it goes directly to any and all of our coaches, including the band director. Somebody is a student that's looking to be a part of our band. Darren is on there, and the information will go directly to them. And if you don't hear back from them after a couple of days, go ahead and email me. Guess what? They'll respond when I bring you up.
Is there any one last thing you guys want to say to our prospective student athletes? Anybody want to say one last thing before we kind of wrap it up?
I would like to say, if there is anyone who is like interested in coming here and like you don't have a roommate or something like that, don't be afraid to room with somebody that you don't know, because my roommate now is a stranger to me. I mean, she was a stranger when she came in, but now she's like my best friend. So just don't be afraid.
And if you are a senior, if you aren't a senior, high school is important to go to college, so make sure that all your high school stuff is down and you're working on this test at ACT. I know it got me, I know it might get you, so just make sure you're working on that. GPA is important, test scores are important, all that stuff. Times, distances, all that stuff is important, so just keep at it.
And continue to believe in yourself. Make your family proud, make yourself proud, continue to work hard, and just try to put yourself in a good situation for the future, because at the end of the day, it's your life. So just continue to do what you do and be positive.
Okay. So, Mr. Horn, if you don't mind sharing with everyone your contact information in case they have any more questions for you, that they can get in contact with you.
Right on. My office number is 504-520-7329. My email address is jhorn1@xula.edu.
All right, guys. Well, I want to thank all of our student athletes here and Mr. Horn for being on our panel. And like I said, we hope to see you guys at Xavier soon. Thank you.
No, that was just the test. They're going to record it this time.
Oh man.
No, thanks everybody. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.